Recapowski, that's great.
There it is.
That's the Kelly Recapowski. Yeah, that's good. All right, welcome back to another Thursday campaign. We're currently on Mutants and Masterminds, episode 3. This one is called Hide and Seek. That's fun. Hide and Seek's a fun game to play. What we're going to get real quick is the Kelly Recapowski. Thank you, Phil. The recap of what happened last session. Take it away, Kelly.
Okay, so it's technically part 2 of day 3. And Shade told us all to get showered and ready to meet Synapse after our exercise that we did that morning. From the smell coming from my connected room, I don't think that Chep showered. We met back at the crutch and Shade took us to the bullpen / equipment room. Holy shit, Synapse's head is even bigger in person. I suddenly remembered that Synapse can hear our thoughts. Well, shit, I gotta hum something. So I started humming the song that never ends, and Synapse was annoyed by it. Synapse gave us our uniforms. He gave us undercover shirts and earpieces to talk to each other. The earpieces work. I tested it with Synapse and with Shade. Synapse's mind reading goes hella far. I can never think again. Shade and Shatta have a secret conversation. Maybe they're planning our training. I can't wait to see what we do tonight. So we're going to check out some bookies, the Petrovs. Their associates are out collecting. We aren't going into a casino, but I can go in because of my status with the Vanguard. Our contacts, or people that we know in this situation, are Anya and Abrusa Petrov. They are at the Neon Nightlife. And Chucky Potts, bad gambler on the streets. I want it to be known that I did not write his name as Chucky. I wrote his name as Chuck E. Potts, as though Chuck E. Cheese. Because
that makes sense.
I'm a 13-year-old in the 90s, so of course I hear Chucky and I think Chuck E. Cheese. So again, things to do that I need to do. I need to learn CPR. I need to learn how to drive in case I am the only one who is not incapacitated in our situations. Both of these are valuable life skills. And I also need to learn the voice recorder on my cell phone because I think it annoys Shade that sometimes I talk out loud while I'm writing in my notebook. Chase doesn't like riding in the back of cars. I don't understand why. We set out to look for Chuck E. Chuck E has a white beard. He might run, so we have to surprise him. Chuck E was covering a bunch of vintage toasters. I hid in a locker that I think might be his house. I talked to him while Shade stole his keys. Whoa, Chep can do math. I guess Chuck E bet 1,800 on this fight because he thought he could sell the toasters, but he actually bet 80K. What an idiot. The Petrov goons showed up and we take positions. Unfortunately, we aren't super stealthy and Shade came out with his gun and things got tense. We had a conversation and they left. Chucky is definitely dealing powdered sugar in the toasters. Chase's hand had sugar on it. It's not sugar! The dare officer would be pissed. Shade said things aren't going so well for him. I wonder what that means. Shade called a cleaning crew to pick up the cocaine. It's good to know who could help you in the long run and maybe give them a break. That was a lesson that we learned from Chuck E. We go to the Neon Nightlife. One of the goons from before went in a second floor fire escape. Shade tells us about the Petrovs, Anya, and Abrusa. Mostly bookie work, some drugs, used to be gun runners. Abrusa thinks he's white collar and clubs are cool to him. Anya is the attack dog, probably superhuman. She brings the pain. The goons leave, one kind of fucked up by Anya. We follow and they head to Blue Row. We end up at a house. There's a mobster I recognize inside with a lady and her baby. Shade and Chep go check out the shed. They make a big noise, so I jumped to the roof. I jumped down when I saw Shade look like he was about to cut a guy's finger off with garden shears. That's not the Shade that I know, or at least the one that I read about. So much for looking up to the heroes in comic books. I hope they never write about me. I'd hate to know that I ever disappointed someone that looked up to me. Shade asked what we learned. Chep said, don't bet money you don't have. I told him I saw a hero stoop to the same level as a bad guy, and I thought we were better than that. He told us that sometimes heroes have to do unpleasant things to get the point across. We stopped at CVS to get Bactine for Chase. Shay didn't have his wallet, so I gave him a 20 and found out that we get a weekly stipend. I also discovered that Synapse has a range to his abilities because I thought real hard about different foods and I still got pizza. I ended the night by calling my mom. The end.
Anybody need to fill anything else in?
Yeah, because this is all Kelly's perspective. I'm sorry.
From that recapowski?
Well, after we got... Oh, go ahead.
I believe Kelly left out the part where she nut punched me and made me a full octave higher than I usually am.
In case my mom reads my diary, which I know she does sometimes, I don't want her to know that I was touching a boy's penis.
It was only Shep.
Yeah, it was only Chep. I mean, you know.
Chep's pretty much asexual. Don't worry about Chep.
After we got back to from the patrol, I went up to my office and found out that the database search was finished and it had flagged about 15 or so odd items, but the other three don't know anything about this, but discovered that maintenance room 0 has been flagged, and it's important because there's somebody in there that is important to the entire operation. And that's about it.
Okay. Yes. That. Hey, thank you for the follow, Scary Gorbosh. That leads us to where we start. It's the next morning. You're all up and about. And of course, you need to report to the Crux across the street. There are bran muffins. Don't give me that face, young lady.
Don't you think it's like not a smart idea to feed us bran in the morning? I mean, I understand that like it's good for you, but it's gonna make us have to poop later. And what if we're on a stakeout?
Oh my, free food? Oh yeah. Just gonna stuff some of these muffins in here for later.
Shade, what are you opening with?
One must learn to control every aspect of their body, regardless of the situation that they are in.
I saw what you did there. I saw what you did there.
Oh, so it's like a test not to, literally shit the bed out there.
Would it be the first time that I pooped outdoors?
At Shade's age, he needs the brand.
There's no shame in taking a poop behind a McDonald's.
Morning,
There's no shame in
kiddos.
wearing some extra protective gear either.
Shatter comes walking up. Morning,
Do
kiddos.
you wear a diaper?
He does. He does. He does. He tried to give this bit to me in the past, by the way, that you should be prepared for all aspects of the job. Use a toilet, kids. Use a toilet.
Ew.
I was gonna say, like, you could just go into that McDonald's and use their toilet. Their restrooms are public.
You're devoted to what you're doing. You don't have a choice.
They don't allow me to go into McDonald's no more because I went into the trash can and I tried to steal a bunch of nuggies, and they just got really angry that I wasn't paying for my own.
It's pretty mess, bro.
If
yeah,
I
so
could,
it's half a revenge shit.
if I could figure out where you've been since those 12th grade mugshots, I would have you dead to rights. Just bore a hole in your chair. Problem solved. Thank you, Britain.
I'm sorry, Shatter. I'm sure you're here because there's something important.
Not really. Just like torturing Shade. Training room's ready for you.
Oh, so we got another simulation to go through today.
Well, yeah. Kind of the job.
So let's head on over.
Okay. Yep. All ready, Chief. Some bacon would have been nice, but yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Hang out. Get yourselves ready. Shade and I will be in the control room. We'll let you in when it's ready, okay? Shade and Shatter leave the room.
What if those bran muffins were laced with a laxative? I wouldn't put it past them to to test us like that. Like Shade mentioned, you have to be prepared and you have to have bodily control, and that he sometimes wears a diaper. So it wouldn't surprise me if they put laxatives in the bran muffins to get us to wear diapers too.
Fuck.
You know, I've heard recently that like they used to say that breakfast was the most important meal of the day, but it actually doesn't matter like when you break your fast from sleeping. It matters what you eat. You gotta keep track of what goes in your body.
How much whey protein have you had this morning?
I haven't gotten that per diem yet. I don't got anything. I've got to eat what they give me. It's kind of messing with me a little bit, and because like they would still let me have it in where I was before. So the change in schedule is kind of tough. Anyway,
Cut 2. Shit. We should have put laxatives in the bran muffins.
I'm actually surprised you didn't.
That would have been hysterical.
Well, here's the thing. They're kind of expecting it today, now that they've been talking about it, that we can get them with it another time.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'll get Synapse in on this. He'll be all about it.
Oh, yeah. You'll enjoy it.
Okay, so I got the bank pulled up. How long do you want to put on the timer?
I don't know. Should we give it 15? You think that's too long?
Current. Yeah, it's police response time times 2. I don't know. That seems okay.
All right.
Okay.
How many do you have surrounding at this time?
I've got 5 in there.
All right.
5 in there. And then hostages, of course. Oh.
Are we giving them any restrictions this time?
I think everyone needs to live. What do you think?
I meant restrictions in their powers or abilities.
Oh. No, I got it. I got
right.
something for him in the bank.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Something I haven't seen, or have I seen this before?
Oh, I'm putting the pepper in the hen house.
All right.
All right, I'll buzz him in. You go ahead and tell him, give him the gist. Don't bring up, surprise. It's about surprise.
Yep.
The door opens. And you hear Shade over the loudspeaker.
All right, guys. Today's simulation is a bank robbery.
In the middle of the room, you see a large bank. It's longer than it is wide, but probably 50, 60 feet wide.
It is not only a bank robbery, but it is a hostage situation. So your goal is to neutralize the situation and save all hostages within the allotted time of 15 minutes. Every hostage has to come out alive. Do you have any other questions? I don't have any other answers. This is the situation as you know it. It would be what you would hear over dispatch when they did not have any more information coming through. It is not known how many assailants are in the inside of the bank. It is not known how many hostages there are. You just know that it's a robbery situation with hostages.
And with that, I'll have everyone roll initiative.
Ooh, I need to bring up my dice roller. Dice roller, you'll get caught up in the dice roller. Initiative.
That's a
I wanna
12
take-
for initiative for me there, Super Chief.
12.
I want to take a screenshot of Corbin's room there when he's not in his chair, and then just green screen it behind me.
Step out real quick, Corbin. Let's get this clean slate, okay? Let's get the clean plate. Get your chair out. Let's just get the clean plate, and then we'll be good.
23.
23. Corbin?
Yeah, I forgot where my initiative is on this thing.
Is it something like 90 or something?
Yeah, it's like 412.
For the, in case you need a reminder, initiative is
Your initiative
D20.
is 16 plus
Deep-
16.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
D20 plus agility bonus plus other modifiers.
32.
32. Safe to say he's always going to go first. Shade, did you roll? Would you like to be a part of this?
No, I'm going to let the three of them handle it on their own.
Okay, sounds good. That means Shep. You're up first, big guy.
Okay. I'm going to use perception to see if I can see anything from here. Can I see like inside the windows or anything like that?
Go ahead and roll perception.
27.
You seeing through the front. There's no real windows on the first floor of this building. There appears to be on the second, a taller second floor. You can see in through the front glass doors, however, that there's a few armed robots walking around with weapons. Rifles of some manner.
Okay.
You don't get an exact number, but you can see 3 different.
And you said there's a second story as well.
Mm-hmm.
But we can't see in there.
Right. There's a lot of the layout as you can see it is that you can't see the right or left of the building, but they're midway down the building. There's it looks like there's walls leading back to some office or something like that, and there's a lot of kiosks in the middle. I mean, you've been to a bank before. They always have those giant ass desks in the middle of the room for you to sign your checks to give to them so that they can not talk to you and take your money at the same time.
I relay that information back to the team. I see 3 people, or 3 robots on the first floor. I ask everybody what they want to do, because I don't really have any ideas how to go into this building.
Well, we gotta take them out all at once to keep any hostages from getting hurt, right? So we either gotta draw them out, group them up, or time it perfectly so that we all get them at once.
Or negotiate. In all of the seasons of Law and Order SVU that I ever saw that had a hostage situation, they always had somebody on the phone negotiating.
Law and Order
Is there a
SVU.
robot outside with a bullhorn trying to negotiate with the other robots?
No, there is not. They live a weird life, these robots. The training room robots, they live weird lives. Okay, here, I got some bank robbers for you in the background. And then the shot.
Please put down your weapons. For the love of God, they have families.
I mean,
Walk out now, and I promise the justice system will be lenient on you.
You'll never take me alive, pig.
There's no need for language.
okay, so maybe we play to our strengths. Chep, you are both really, really strong and really, really fast. So if we find a way in, you could potentially ferry out the hostages one by one in your really, really fast way that you do.
Is there roof access?
Shade, you need to announce that a minute's gone by.
14 minutes remaining.
Oh shit. Okay.
I can get up on top of the roof and then...
Chep. Your job. Find a way in, ferry out the hostages using your super speed. Chase.
Aye, aye.
You are our arm in this. Distractions. Throwing things to get their attention away from where they are. Break a window.
10-4.
I am clearly the brains of this operation. I don't know how I am the brains of this operation, but I will be.
Do you have stuff to throw, Chase?
I would look around. I'm looking
Because
around.
I've got a bag full of bran muffins.
I'll take a bran muffin.
I give him my sack full of 15 bran muffins.
Yeah, you give him your sack.
And I would like to go to where the police vehicles are located and attempt to begin.
There are no police vehicles. You guys made
what
that
the
up.
Fuck? The police are the ones who told us
No.
that this was happening, and they
Shade
Was
told you.
dispatch.
All I'm
Dispatch.
saying is the realism is really falling apart on this one.
Well then, I will go and attempt to negotiate.
Let me just keep putting this up on screen.
I know. I'm going to attempt to negotiate.
Okay.
I'm gonna run to the top of the building and
I've got a timer
Look for-
going over here, Mike, so I can keep track of that.
I'll stop
Look
it
for
intermittently
road
when we
access.
actually get into like turns.
I run to the top of the roof and see if there's any roof access.
There is
Like
no
AC.
roof access. Also, that's not how AC works, and you know it.
Like a hatch to like an HVAC, you know? I could die hard this. Roll through the air vent with a tiny bank.
You've watched too many fucking movies.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, Kelly, you're at the door.
Okay. I attempt to get the attention of the robbers.
You have the attention of one of them.
I would like to negotiate.
Go ahead and roll. What is this? Persuasion? Yeah, that seems correct. I'm pausing during rolling and stuff like that, by the way.
14.
14. Get down. It's the fuzz.
What are your demands?
You will let us leave with all of the money, or we will kill all of the hostages.
How many are you?
Nice try, copper.
No, I simply mean you realize that a bank carries a large amount of money and you will likely need things in which to carry the money that we will be letting you walk out of here with.
We need a helicopter.
Okay, I can work on getting you a helicopter. Let's do some fair trading here where I would say a helicopter is worth what, 3 hostages? We trade?
2 hostages.
Well, then I'm getting you a shitty helicopter. One that is loud and does a lot of the turbulence.
You will get the hostages when I get the helicopter.
And I'm going to keep that one talking to me.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm looking for a back door or maybe open window of sorts.
Perception. Chase, what are you doing?
25 on perception.
I am going to be... All right, I'm going to approach Kelly, actually.
Okay. Yes, you find an open window on the 2nd floor on the left side. Chase.
Kelly, you said you're negotiating with them for a helicopter?
Yeah, they want a helicopter and they'll trade us 2 hostages for a helicopter.
If we can get them the helicopter, I'm going to pretend I'm going to get the helicopter, but if we can get them the helicopter, give them the helicopter and tell them to board it without any hostages.
What fucking helicopter?
All right. I'll work on calling dispatch to get a helicopter.
What fucking helicopter?
And I will...
I run up to Kelly.
You're aware this isn't basically a gymnasium, right? Okay.
Kelly, I think we can simulate a helicopter if we go into a blind spot of the building. I can go around with my arms like this really fast and make it seem like a helicopter has landed in the back.
I think that's brilliant. Do it.
People are fucking idiots.
And I'm going to pretend to call dispatch loudly so the man inside hears.
Attention, Junior League. You have 10 minutes remaining.
Shade, what the actual shit are they doing?
Dispatch!
One looks like he's doing aerobics.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's Kelly
they're
Popowski.
calling me. Hey, Kelly.
I've been working with our friends inside. I
Uh-huh.
believe we could call each other friends by now. We've been talking. We understand each other. They are requesting a helicopter for 2 hostages.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Kelly, sweetheart, this is Shatter talking.
Uh-huh.
You're aware that there isn't a helicopter, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your cooperation. We really
Ooh.
appreciate it. Well, I will let them know to expect the helicopter.
Gonna schedule a
incoming.
mental eval for you, sweetheart. Okay.
Thank you. All right.
Jess, just let me know when the helicopter should arrive, okay?
You'll be hearing that helicopter coming into arrival in about 45 seconds. It was right over at the hospital. They're just bringing it over for you.
I'm getting into position where I can see the roof. If I have to climb the building, that's fine, but I'm going to do it out of their view.
Okay,
Is
go
there a
ahead and try to
blind spot?
climb the building. That's
Is there a blind
acrobatics.
spot where there are like no windows?
I mean, the roof.
The roof, yeah.
We could just do the roof.
Yeah.
All right, I run back to the roof.
Oh, the roof.
Okay.
All right, I'm climbing back on the roof. What do I need to roll?
Okay. That's well, it depends how you want to do it.
I would jump, get a wall climb, and then just kind of try and grip the brick with my right hand. And
That's athletics then.
Athletics, okay.
Uh-huh. What is your jump distance from your super strength, by the way?
I don't know if I have that calculated.
What's your strength rating?
Well, okay, my athletics is 13 for the rest of my body, 20 for my arm. So do I
No,
add
your
13?
strength rating. What's your strength rating?
7 and 14.
7. Buddy, you can jump 1,900 feet.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna quietly jump.
Okay.
Man, there's no home runs getting away from me.
No, you catch all them dingers. I'm telling you right now. You're center field, buddy.
Hey, monster jack shit. Kelly, I am in position.
Okay, you're
All
both
right,
on you're both on the roof. Got you. Go.
All right, robbers. I want to just go ahead and call you robbers. I was about to say gentlemen, but I don't actually know what your gender identities are, so I will simply call you robbers. You have about 30 seconds before the helicopter will arrive, so that is the amount of time that you have to pack your bags with all the money.
Packing bags. Packing bags. We need the helicopter in the back to land in the back.
Well, it's gonna land on the roof because that's where helicopters land.
We have no way on the roof. There is no way on the roof. Does not compute.
Well, there's a ladder out here, so why don't you just come out here, go up the ladder onto the roof?
Persuasion.
14.
14. Nice try. Nice
I'm
try.
Bolster that. I'm going to bolster that with a deception and yelling off to the side, "Hey, Kelly, where do you want this ladder?" It's got to go
House,
over
you
the
remember
rope,
to
right?
add your skill score to that roll?
Oh! Wait, I did. Yeah, I've got my ability.
Oh, you added it on your roll. Okay.
Yeah, I have a +9 because I have
Okay,
8
got it.
ranks and 1 in.
Wow, that's a terrible roll.
Yeah, I rolled a 5.
Allow me to bolster it with deception.
Yes, you can bolster it with deception.
Nat 20.
Yeah! They're climbing the ladder!
It's the dumbest
Flawless
shit.
plan! Our plan is flawless. You cannot fault us.
All right, move away from the door. We're coming out. So the robots with bags full of fake money exit through the front door. One of them T-poses occasionally. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Okay, I'll write down. We got
Just making the wind of a helicopter and sound of a helicopter by spinning rapidly.
on the roof. How fast are you spinning, bud?
Pretty fast.
Okay, Chase, I'm gonna go ahead and need you to roll an athletics roll. Helicopter go burr, as Bar says.
Go brrr.
You three are a bag of idiots, and I love it.
This is a flawless plan, and you're just upset that you didn't think of it.
I am upset that I didn't think of it.
All right. I will roll standard athletics. Is a 22.
Okay, yes, you were able to resist the wind that Corbin is creating, that Chep is creating, sorry. Are you hindering the robbers in any way as they exit?
No, I'm gonna let them climb to the roof. I
Okay.
anticipate that the boys can incapacitate the robbers. Because as soon as all 3 of them are on the ladder, I'm going to the front door and letting all of the hostages out. Because
5.
that was our mission.
5 exit the bank in total. 2 you did not previously see.
Oh.
Okay?
I release the hostages.
You don't.
Why?
When you walk in, you see that there are 8 Medibots, all duct taped to a large device with a timer on it that just so happens to be the exact same timer that I have here.
Fantastic. I'm gonna get to work on that.
Okay.
You're down to half your time left.
Me and Chase are gonna have to deal with a terrorists.
I am going to say through our earpieces where we can all talk to each other, I am going to say, all right, boys, there were five robbers coming up to you. All of the hostages are connected to a bomb that's going to go off in 7.5 minutes. Just tossing that out there. I'll try to handle it.
Quick thing. Is there actually a ladder? I didn't think there was actually a ladder.
Well, they've been informed there's a ladder, so Shatter's just making them climb the building.
Oh. Just iRobot it? Oh.
Yeah, just... All right. They will be arriving on the roof in a second. I suppose I need to roll for them now.
So I'm sitting there kind of looking at the bran muffins that I was handed.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, I don't think those brand muffins are gonna do much against the terrorist robots. I mean, maybe if you peg them in the head really hard as they're coming up, they might fall off the building.
We are now...
A bran muffin going at Mach 2 is still going.
The bran muffin doesn't hold up going Mach 2.
Okay.
The bran muffin doesn't hold up traveling at...
Great space, yeah.
Well, the joke is I'm looking at the bran muffin, and then I'm going to see them come up.
Can I talk about how I just said the dumbest thing I've ever fucking said? The bran muffin doesn't hold up at Mach 2.
You know, once that brand muffin breaks the sound barrier, it just disintegrates.
Don't mind the rehost. Messed up with BTTV buttons. Oh, you're fine. Thank you for the host.
So I'm going to wait for them to get to the top. I'm going to grab the one, and I'm going to attempt to grab the one at the back of the line and throw it into the others.
When you're going to wait for them all to get on the roof?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're passing turn? We're doing this in order. No. Well, okay. Well, if that's the case, if we're doing this, if we're actually doing stuff, Chap, it's your turn.
All right. I am going to super speed up to one of them that came up. Is there any of them that are like standing like behind each other?
No.
Okay. I'm just going to run up to one and just shove it off the roof.
Okay.
Going at super speed, so fast attack or whatever that is.
Yes, go ahead and super speed.
All right. Do I roll and then add the 28 on top of that?
The 28 is...
It says cost 28. I forgot how I
Oh,
do
cost
super
is
speed.
the cost is how much it costs to make originally.
Oh, right.
I'm like 28.
Okay.
There shouldn't be. That's a pretty high number.
Yeah, that... I don't know. I'm pretty fast.
Fast attack is just... Yeah. There should be a description of the power, like +4 or something.
+3.
+3. There you go.
18.
18. Okay. That is versus their defense class. Son of a bitch. Okay. Parry of... Sorry. Parry of 4. So, you hit? Nope. Sorry, 14 is what it's going to be. Hey, we're going to get famous. Good for us.
Woo!
So did you...
Double famous.
Did you hit with a 14 of their defense?
Yeah. I think so. Because I rolled an 18.
Bar's in there with the quick bands. Man. Whoopsh. Bringing down the hammer. He's Bars. Yep, okay, 18. So that's not a bonus success. It's not more than 5, so that is a simple success. Okay. So now we go to resistance checks. So they're going to roll. That is 10 plus the resistance plus their toughness of 1. It's 11. So what is your damage on that? It's 15 plus whatever, plus 3, so it'd be 18.
18, yeah.
18, okay. So that is a success by more than one success. So that is dazed. However, we're going to add another 2 points of damage as you threw them off a 3rd-story building. Shade, the fast one just killed one of the Metabots.
One of the robbers, right? Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't say that didn't say they had to live, right?
I guess we didn't. Okay.
But
At least bring it up later,
right.
Mr. Gun Happy.
Well, that's why I'm saying, we got to bring up what's judge the situation. Did he have to do it? No. Was it a matter of life or death? No. So yeah, it's something to bring up.
Kelly.
Okay. I've never disarmed a bomb before. I don't say that out loud. Scratch that from the record. I don't say that out loud in front of a room of hostages. Okay.
Yeah, we heard you. It's okay.
Hi, everybody. We're gonna get you out of here, okay?
A little robot looks at you. Save me, please. I don't want to
dear
die.
God, you made a kid? You're an evil bastard.
Shade's laughing.
And I will try to look at the bomb using my expertise of history and comic book lore, because I guarantee you I have read a comic book where a bomb has been defused before.
Thanks, sweet. Thanks, D. D with a big red 10. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
We gotta play Smite again soon, dude. All right. So, you're rolling history to know how to defuse a bomb?
My specific expertise.
Expertise of comic books. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
It's not great, and I probably should have put more ranks in there.
Did the Anarchist Cookbook make a comic book line? Yes, Bars. It's Dark Horse Comics.
That's a 9. I'm not rolling well today.
So, you run into immediately, you don't have a screwdriver, so...
Crap. I forgot my sonic screwdriver. All right. We improvise. What does the bomb look like?
It is a large steel box with a timer on it and a panel around that timer.
And they were all just duct taped to it?
Yes.
I would like to investigate, perceive. I would like to perceive.
Investigation.
I just want to see if I were to untape them, if it would make the bomb go off, is what I'm looking for.
Okay. Go ahead.
Investigation.
Yeah.
I can't use perception. 11.
11. There is a small wire running from the box
Great.
to the people. All
Great.
of them.
Great. Awesome. Wonderful. Good.
Should we move on to
Yeah. Yeah.
While you think about this.
Huh? Because
Okay.
here's the thing. I'm not smart.
Okay. Chase, buddy. No, wait. Sorry. It's their turn now. I apologize. It's their turn. 'Cause Chase, you're slow as shit. Okay. They will be attacking the two of you up there, okay?
Yep.
They have little air pellet guns. So that is a 19 ranged. So versus your dodge to Chep.
Okay. And that's just, I don't roll anything for that, right?
Nope, that is just versus your dodge.
Oh, okay, it hits.
Okay. And a 23. Two of them are shooting at you, two of them are shooting at Chase. Okay?
I get hit twice.
Okay. And then that is 3. Damage 3, so 18 versus your resistance roll. So it's a d20. Versus toughness. D20 plus toughness.
So 18. 13 plus 5, I think, is... Yeah,
Yep.
18. So exactly same.
Exactly same. And ties go to the roller. So you're able to dodge the bullet. Dodge the bullet.
All right.
Okay. Chase.
Mhm.
Two shooting at you. That is a 12 versus your dodge.
Anything versus dodge is going to hit me.
Okay, and
Unless
19.
it's less than 8.
And a 19. So they, and then you need to roll your toughness versus 18.
Roll my toughness. Got it. It's a 24.
24. And for the second. Sorry, I should have made Corbin do the same thing.
27.
Okay, great job.
I absolutely get hit, but it absolutely doesn't matter.
I rolled again. I got a 22.
Okay, you're fine. Yes. You're able to, Chep, I'm assuming you just dodge.
Yep.
And Chase, you hold out that big right hand and just knock them bullets down. Okay?
Yep.
That is their turn. Chep. Or Chase. Sorry, Chase.
I'm going to knock you out now. Like just kind of grab one and then hit another guy with his own pimp.
Okay. So to grab, do you have a way to grapple?
I mean, I've
You
have basic
substitute dexterity for strength when you're trying to make a grab attack.
Okay.
Oh, no, that's grappling. That's an advantage. Sorry, you can't do that. Shit, now I have to look up how to make a grab.
Okay. Well, I have basic brawling, but like, do I? If mechanically there's no way for me to throw a dude at another dude, then I guess I'll just punch one.
There will be. Give me a second. $248. I'll get the answer for you here in a second.
It's on page 248.
Yeah. Pardon us, we're still learning this system, so we're going to go through it. You attempt to grab a target, make an attack check against the target. If successful, the target makes a resistance check against your strength, or the rank of grabbing effect, using the better of strength or dodge. If you win with 1 degree of success, the target is restrained, immobile, or invulnerable. So you cannot hit him this turn, however you can grapple them this turn, okay? As your attack. And next turn you can hit him
Okay.
with the same guy.
All right. So what do I roll?
So that's a regular attack. They just change how they do defense, basically.
Okay, so then the attack would be based off of my close combat.
Yes. No. Well, it's yes. It's fighting plus any modifiers you have thereof. D20 plus fighting plus any modifiers you have.
Oh, okay. I add fighting.
Mm-hmm.
And
Fighting and a D20.
oh, okay. Fighting's in my close combat, so we're all good there.
Okay.
So it's a 20.
20. Okay. That'll hit. And you're not doing damage to it this turn, so are you good?
Yep.
Okay. That cuts us back to the top. Shade, you got anything to say?
Where are we at in the timer?
We are at about 6.5.
All right. I just make the announcement. Approximately 6 minutes left.
By the way, Kelly, you can see that. Okay. Corbin. Or Chep. Sorry, Chep. I keep seeing Corbin in the bottom, and I just say Corbin. Chep.
So there were 5. One of them's off the building now.
Uh-huh.
Chase has 1 picked up, so that leaves 3. I'm going to fast attack another one,
Continue,
but not the one.
continue with the murder.
Not continue with the murder. Hopefully, not throw them off the building this time. I mean, they are robots. Like,
Tell that to their robot children.
actually, I'm gonna disarm one of them.
Okay.
So that would be a grab.
You attempt to disarm. You attempt to knock an item, such as a weapon or device, out of an opponent's grasp. Make an attack check against the defender with a -2 penalty.
Gotcha. So just the
Does-
3 with -2.
Yep. So +1.
19.
19. That beats their parry. So, yes, you were able to knock the gun out of one of their hands.
All right.
Great job. That takes us to Kelly.
Okay, I know what I'm going to do. Hello, Bagby.
I've stressed
All right,
her
I know what
out.
I'm going to do.
I stressed her out so much she popped into Wednesday.
Yeah. I take out my cell phone, my smartphone that my mama bought me, and I log into this website that I found the other day called Reddit. And
No, baby, stay away from there.
and I log into my anonymous account so people don't know that it's me.
Yeah.
I take a picture of the bomb
Mm-hmm.
and I say, "Hey, all bomb enthusiasts. If I were to want to disarm this, how would I do it? Respondent likes, #bomb, #disarming bomb, #dear God, please help me, #this isn't real, just hypothetical." Post.
All right.
And I know that Redditors are on Reddit all the time and will answer at all hours of the day. So I expect that it will take less than 6 minutes for someone to answer my question.
Did you know that hashtags on Reddit aren't a thing?
No, I don't, because I don't actually use Reddit.
Is that Laura or?
That is Laura speaking. Kelly's PC has been on Reddit maybe twice.
Okay. Or don't play that way, Orcs. We know how you feel. I don't agree with your roll tide, but I understand that you're a big fan. I think he has the ability to do that.
Giving him too much power.
I've given a lot of power to a lot of people. Okay.
The president giving one Secret Service guy, listen, you can shoot me whenever you want. Don't even have to have a reason. Here's a pre-signed pardon. Just fill in the date that it happens.
Oh my god. Okay. Chep, you get shot at. They rolled a 1. They auto miss.
All right.
Shoot, they shot where you were, not where you were going. Chase. 20.
That hits.
Natural.
Okay.
So that's a crit. So, yep. Okay. You, go ahead and roll your resistance.
$29.
29. Anybody know what happens to crits on... I can't remember.
Take the damage it would do times your age.
Is that what keeps happening to me when I get out of bed?
This is why Patrick is the most powerful of us all.
A crit automatically hits no matter what, right?
Yeah. But I assuming he can still resist it, yes?
There's an action adventures chapter.
I mean, I'm failing all these dodges. These things are absolutely hitting me. The question is whether or not they do damage. Does a crit increase the damage?
Well, a natural 20 always hits, and it may be a critical hit. So there's a second part to it.
What's the second part?
And the second part is, see, critical hits in the action and adventure chapter. What is that? Page 240.
Sorry. Bear with us, folks. We apologize.
When you make an attack check and get a natural 20, you automatically hit regardless of the target's defense, and you score a threat. The hit might also be a critical hit, sometimes called crit. To find out if it's a critical hit, determine if the attack check total is equal to or greater than the target's defense. If so, then it's a critical hit. If not, the attack still hits, but as a normal attack, not a critical.
So we do. So it would be a critical hit. So they score a threat against you. So that means you are. So they hit you right in the chest, and they are just pellets, airsoft pellets, like Bar says in chat. But then you hear over the. Then you hear over the in your ear. That's 2 hits. And an electric shock flies from the ceiling into you. You are now dazed.
So, regardless, he gets a threat, but then there's 3 things that can happen since it's a critical hit.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Have one of the following 3 effects chosen by the player when the critical hit is determined.
Chosen by
So then you might get to choose which of those 3 effects happen. Page 240 bottom.
Yeah. The critical hit increases the difficulty to resist the attack's effect by +5 against a minion. This bypasses resistance check entirely. The minion automatically receives the highest degree of the attack's effect. Add effect. Oh, no. Alternate effect. Okay, we'll just do what I said. So you are now dazed, okay?
Okay.
So that is -1 to resistance checks. Okay.
Okay.
And you only have 1 action per turn until you are no longer dazed.
Okay.
Move or standard. Okay? It will still allow you to do what you were planning to do. You just can't move as well.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
And Shep, did I already attack you? Okay. Sounds good.
Nat 1.
That brings us to Chase's turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw the dude at the other dude.
Okay, do it.
Intentionally non-lethal.
So not putting the full arm in it, where you liquefy all parties involved.
Yeah. Okay. So that is gonna be a 35 to hit.
That would hit. I don't even think I have to look at that. Okay. There. Shit. Where's the... I gotta get back to that page. And versus their toughness, which is 4. How much damage did you do with that? 4 was the resistance roll.
Well, that is past DC plus 16, which means the targets are incapacitated.
All right, you. Okay.
I'm just breaking stuff.
Yes, you knock down both of the robo-robbers.
Make a time.
He's a baby. Hello, baby.
I was gonna have a verbal response to getting an electric shock, but then you put the headphones on the kid.
Save it. Save it.
Decided not to. Yeah.
You did have a school day today, didn't you? We got to bring home your communication tablet today.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's to help with words, right? You click and it says, I like Kevin. I like Sophia. Your classmates? Miss Kylie. Yeah? Okay, say bye-bye if we're not talking.
He got his scout and his blanket, so I assumed that meant he was ready.
Oh,
for
you
bed.
sleepy?
Yeah.
Oh, you tired? You tired, kiddo?
Okay, good night.
Not that it's much
Good
fun.
night, Lincoln.
He's got 4-day weekend, so we're going to hang out party tomorrow.
Gotta do all right.
Woohoo.
His nose is better. His nose is better.
It's still running.
Not as bad though. I haven't had to wipe it in a while.
Okay, good night. Love you. All right. I love you too, sweetheart. Oh, he said I love you.
Ooh. Heard it.
Okay.
So
That-
sweet.
Okay, that's back to the top with Chep. There's only one left.
I disarm him.
Okay. Roll for it.
It ain't happening.
What'd you roll?
6.
Target defense class is there. Parry. Parry is 4. You do it. You disarm the other one.
Alrighty.
These are power level 3 things. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like to dump on shit. Yeah.
How much time do we have left?
6 minutes. Hey, Shay, do you want to call 6 minutes?
6 minutes.
Okay. So, there are still 2. They're unarmed, but there's still 2. There's still 1 bot on the roof that is capable of fighting. Kelly.
Yeah.
You're back inside.
I'm looking for answers on my Reddit post.
Go ahead and roll investigation.
What? You look at my phone?
You're searching.
I'm not searching. It's a literal post that I'm looking at.
Well, I can't roll for luck. It is investigation because you know the internet. There's going to be 73 white men that all have an opinion, and they will all be counterproductive.
I'm just saying my perception is much better, but fine. Boom! Bitch! Natural 20! I find the one guy who's on there with his name Bomb Expert 74. I just happen to have built that bomb before.
No, it's legitimate because the number on his name isn't 69 or 420.
Exactly.
As a bomb disposal expert out of Detroit, that is the Hemington 370. Well, the Hemington 370 and blah, 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 blah. Okay, Kelly, next.
All right, Grandpa, just tell me what I need to do. I don't need the blog before the recipe. I just need the recipe.
I will say you cannot do it this round.
Okay.
However, next round you'll be able to attempt to disarm the bomb. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
As you were reading. There's one left to fight. It tries to fight Corbin because it just took his gun away. It tries to karate chop Corbin.
We'll try and dodge.
So that is versus your dodge. No, versus your parry. Sorry. It is 13.
I'm at 15.
There you go. He cannot karate chop you. I knew I should have taught the robots Tai Chi. Damn it.
Mm-hmm.
I know Kung Fu.
Well, we live and we learn, Shatter.
All right. That's Chase, who's got a mouthful of pizza and a pocket full of dreams.
Is there one left?
Yes. And you just tried to beat up your friend very unsuccessfully.
I'm going to punch him. Try and knock him out.
Do it.
$12.
12. Their parry is 4. Stop eating while you're on microphone, please, for 3 seconds.
Okay. So now did they roll their resistance?
Yes, they roll their resistance. That is that is only a 13 as well.
They rolled a 13 on resistance?
Yes.
Okay, then I guess I don't do any damage.
Yeah, you do, because it's plus 15.
Oh, okay.
It's 15 plus whatever your stuff is.
Okay. So the math on that, let's see, 12 plus So that's 14. They are staggered.
Okay. Sounds good. That brings us back to the top. Chase just popped him a good one. You punch him in the stomach? Give him old...
I think I did a shot across the jaw, and he did the Rock'em Sock'em Robots, shin popped up, but then it comes back down, and Biddy's kind of...
Chep?
I'm going to go run down to Kelly and see if she needs any help.
Okay. You run down to Kelly. She is very quiet right now. Just concentrating.
Oh, hey, Kelly. Do you need any help with the bomb?
She doesn't have her head.
I'm reading. Wait, unless you know how to disarm a bomb, but I found an expert on Reddit and he's telling me how to do it.
Okie dokie.
Is that it, Chep?
All of them are hooked up to this thing, right? There's no escorting them away.
No, there's a tiny little wire that goes in between all of the duct tape.
Oh, okay.
All right. Chase, the thing tries to attack you.
I'm gonna be right back.
It does a terrible job.
What did it roll?
That is unarmed. That's 10.
Okay, that still beats my dodge.
Okay, so roll your resistance. Well,
27.
Yep, you win. So, punches you, does nothing.
I just kind of looked down at where he punched me in the pec, and I'm just really?
Please, I have a wife and toaster at home.
Oh, you got one of Charlie's toasters.
Okay.
That's contraband, sir.
So that's you, Chase.
Okay, I'm gonna boop him again. Just try and put him down gently-ish.
I think we accidentally skipped Kelly, but that's okay. This will be over.
22.
Yes. Nine is the resistance. So, yeah.
Okay.
You at least incapacitate him. What do you do?
Like I said, just go kind of...
Three Stooges style.
I'm
Gotcha.
still dazed, so I can't quite move yet, but I will try and meet everyone downstairs as soon as I can. Just kind of, I'd be, with whatever follows, staggering my way down there.
Okay. Well, you can jump a really long way.
In.
So, Kelly, you have read this thing. You have an okay understanding. You still, however, don't have a screwdriver. What is your plan?
Do any of you hostages have a pocket knife? Are any of you carrying a pocket knife?
The small one that talked to you previously. In my backpack. In my backpack.
I go to his backpack.
Sure enough, there's a Bowie knife in there.
You are a strange kid. And I use the Bowie knife.
Says the 13-year-old with smoke grenades.
So this is going to be technology.
Chep, how are you with technology?
Oh, you're kidding me, right?
Not great. Not great. Haven't had a lot of experience.
Shade?
We're down to 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And FYI, this is out of character. Laura, Shep is worse than you when it comes to intellect.
Oh, it's me then. I will use technology.
Okay, go ahead.
And it's a +1. Because I still add my ability score, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait. I have a thing. I have a...
I'll pause.
Oh, I have Jack of all trades, which means I can use any skill untrained. That's all that is.
Yeah.
Okay. Please, dice. 19!
You're able to very carefully pull the panel off. You reading through. It takes you a little bit of time. We're going to do the proper, we'll say it's 1 minute and 1 second. And you're able to disarm it.
I did it! Okay, Chep, I think you can take them off now.
Okie dokie. I used my super speed to take off all the bombs. Or take off all the straps.
Oh, you sick.
How much skin is left on them?
On the robot. You sick bastard.
Wait, it's the duct tape?
You sick bastard.
Was I intending for it?
Well, you at least do a hit's worth of damage to all of them.
Oh, Jesus.
Not if those were people, not a nipple would be left in sight.
No.
All right. I guess they did it.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't pretty, though.
Whatever. Never is. Okay. Go pat him on the back or whatever.
All right. So I head down to the floor. All right, group. Let's pull together here.
Take a knee.
Take a knee. Yeah, exactly. Well, I've got some opinions of my own.
Phil's actually on his knee.
I kind of want you to critique yourselves on this one. On what you yourselves think you could have done better and or differently. We're going to start with Chase. What worked well for you?
Well, hitting them with each other was an okay strategy moving forward. Got him taken out, but was a little bit time consuming. Always got to keep those minutes, got to keep those seconds. And because if I would have had more time, I think I could have been of more assistance downstairs. Disarming a bomb is always risky business. You got to have your teammates there, And I think if worse comes to worse, or had come to worse, I think we could have moved everybody outside, and just in case once the bad guys were taken care of, and if anything would have gone wrong with the bomb disarming, I could have been ready to just kind of throw it up into the stratosphere.
All right, so you answered like all my questions in one answer there. The initial question was, what did you think you did well?
He's only ever
Sorry, Coach. I get going sometimes.
He's only ever like 50% listening, and I'm talking about Phil, not Chase.
Let's move on to Chep. Chep, evaluate yourself. What, and not just yourself, but the team. What went well?
I think we had great communication this time around. I think we came up with a game plan, and we followed that game plan, and I think we were able to save everybody because of that game plan.
All right, now, what do you think you could have done better?
I don't think I had to murder the man. I'm gonna be straight with you. I didn't know my own strength. I did not expect him to fall that way, and yeah, I didn't want to kill him.
You know, it's a good thing we practice these things on bots and not volunteers.
You see see Shatter in the corner of the room with a shotgun shooting it. He was still twitching, sorry.
Oh yeah, but that's why I switched to disarming. As soon as I realized that my strength can murder a man.
It's always a good thing when someone can filter that out, that they know that hey, I can kill someone, and then they can decide, whether they want to make that part of their repertoire or not. Kapowski, you're up.
Well, I believe your first question was, what do I think that I did well? And then also evaluate the team. So something I think I did well was taking the initial leadership role and outlining a plan and giving directions. I think as a team, we played off of each other's strengths really well. When the whole helicopter thing came out to the team, Chep came down and had the idea to be the helicopter, and we rolled with it. And I think that improvisational thinking was really well done on all of our parts.
It was also very funny.
I think what I have learned from this situation, or what I would do differently next time, is I have added to my to-do list of learning how to defuse various types of bombs, and to always carry a screwdriver.
So, as individuals, first of all, Kapowski, I commend you wanting to learn as much as you can. I mean, I think that's a responsibility of all of us as adventurers and heroes of the cities. However, we should not necessarily have to be jacks of all trades, having to know everything. Realizing that we can call upon other resources is always a good thing.
Which I did.
Which you did. However, what's your biggest resource right here?
My teammates?
You're standing in the building itself.
Oh, right. I guess I could have called dispatch, but I called dispatch during this little activity, and not to be critical of those who are training us and who have more experience than us, but whoever I spoke to on dispatch was a little bit testy.
I was going to be nice to you too.
Super helpful in the situation, and it made me question whether I should call back because I didn't want to be annoying.
I was really going to be nice.
How would you respond to that?
Sometimes people are being a little glib because of the sake of just it's a training exercise and we're being a little loosey-goosey about it. And maybe don't judge somebody because it's 9:30 in the fucking morning, Kelly.
I'm just saying crime happens all the time.
I was going to be nice to you.
I'm sorry.
You're forgiven.
Just understand that Shatter's pretty much in control of your living standards, your food, etc. So, yeah, sometimes it's good to be nice no matter how much of a dick people can be, especially when you need something. overall, I think you guys did a pretty good job.
Yeah, you
Thanks,
did
Coach.
great. Actually, that helicopter plan would have totally worked if you had access to a helicopter.
Right. Now, in this situation, we never really told you what the parameters were. So moving forward on any simulations, realize that you pretty much are in a contained area. And it's hard to pull in such things as helicopters.
Yeah.
Moving forward.
And like
Good
as I'm
job,
thinking
guys.
about it, it's like a really good thing that that Kelly was able to disarm that bomb, because if I would have like tried to throw it out of range, it probably would have done damage to the ceiling.
Also, all of the hostages were literally connected to the bomb. So if you were to throw it out of range, you would also throw all of the hostages with it.
Yeah, let's try not to throw hostages.
Well, I was gonna say that we should get them all outside, and then I would throw them in that, and that would disconnect all the wires rather than lifting the hostages. And I figure like a bomb,
You might want to listen to
it can't
Chep on
explode right away. It has to have like a half second to click, and by then it would have been, you know, hundreds of feet in the air.
Right.
going back to what your teammate just said. Probably shouldn't throw hostages.
Okay. I'm going to take off. You guys have fun. Shade, are you doing that thing we talked about?
Yep. I'm going to have this, the troop here assist me on it as well.
Okay.
It'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, I'm not worried about it. I hope.
And, yep. You should
Have a good rest of your day. Kelly,
You too.
don't go on Reddit. It's not safe. I mean, seriously, there's weird shit there.
Oh, I know. I never read the comments.
Okay. Okay, cool. 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 She leaves.
I got another duty for you guys to do, but let's go ahead and take a quick break. Grab a couple bran muffins if you want.
Oh yeah, I still have these. I kind of give them back to Chep.
Oh, thank you. These are delicious.
There is
fiber keeps you full for a lot longer than most things.
the shade. If you're hungry, there is a commons area up the tower a bit. It's basically a floor unto itself towards the top. That's just relaxation and restaurants.
Well, I'd do that for myself, not necessarily for them.
No, fair enough. I get you.
I'll show it to them anyway.
You won't let him stay there, but you'll show it to him.
Right.
So, this place, the best way to describe it, I don't have a picture yet. Think of a mall food court in Dubai. So, like, lobster and steak and...
I want to go to there.
It's like an all-you-can-eat buffet at a really nice Vegas all-you-can-eat buffet. Okay? But he's not letting you eat there. He's just showing it to you.
I'm just showing it to you. This could all be yours. Should your training continue and you become a full-fledged member.
Casually in the background from a few people. Oh, man! I've eaten so much lobster bisque! I don't think I can eat any more lobster bisque!
Why do they destroy the integrity of the lobster by making it into a bisque?
Tell me about it! If I eat another lamb, I'll just explode!
Man,
Another
Jim
lamp.
Gaffigan get his superpowers.
It's all his kids. They sound like that now.
I'm just chugging lobster bisque.
No, you're not allowed to have any of it. You're just looking at it.
Yep.
Oh,
They wouldn't have let you near it yet.
Sorry, you gotta
So
be.
what is that place?
What is it?
Yeah.
The commissary?
So it's like the cafeteria for the Vanguard?
That's correct.
All employees of the Crux, actually.
Of the Crux.
Unfortunately, you're still in training, so. You.
All right, so
It's a bummer. I wish I could crush some Sandos here.
so there's another responsibility I have for you guys today, and it's going to be interesting. It's going to test your powers because essentially you won't be able to use them. We're going to be heading down to the lower levels, so let's go ahead and get on the elevator here. Now, there's something that's interesting about the Crux. The building itself has its own defense mechanisms built into it. And if they find that a individual is overusing their powers, basically using their powers more than just to do menial tasks or anything like that, except for the training area, it has the ability to defend against itself. The building can defend against itself, and it can trigger a defense mechanism, which is basically it releases hallucinogenic gas and can basically disable you that way. So the challenge we're going to have is we're going to go to the lower levels, and I want you all to try to locate a specific room for me. Now, to add to this difficulty, the place that we're heading down to is, how shall we say, it's very labyrinthian. So,
Like that movie with David Bowie.
I don't know what you're talking about in any way.
I
shape.
love that movie. Dance magic.
So,
You remind me of the baby boy.
essentially, what I'm challenging you to do is locate a specific room for me on the lower levels once we get down there. And again, you'll be challenged because you won't be able to use your powers as you would like to do. Stay in constant communication over the comms if you choose to separate, if you choose to divide and conquer. I don't know if I would suggest that or not. There are also some other places that you should avoid at all costs. Down on that level, we do have our reactor room. That is in the basement as well. You will recognize it pretty easily. It's a cylindrical room. If you happen to enter it, you'll know where you are, and I would suggest getting out of it immediately. And then also in the lower levels, Kelly, you might know what's in the lowest level of the Crux from reading your comic books. But it's where we keep all the worst villains that we have been able to capture. We hold them down in the pen. You do not want to go into the pen.
Don't go into the pen. Don't go into the reactor.
The room that we're looking for is room number 0.
Oh man, I thought you were gonna give us like a room number. That'd be really hard to remember. That's
I
really
realize who I'm working with here.
is there going to be a line through it so we can tell the difference between room 0 and room O?
No.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying that can get really confusing real fast.
There is no alphabetical listing of rooms.
I think if we like
They
just
would
kind of
be
look at it, the 0 is thinner. It's kind of like a skinny O.
You know, that's true. That's true. The O's are usually a little fatter.
right. Wow.
I mean, we can like kind of compare fonts, you know, on like a phone or something. I think we'll be able to get it.
Are we to the lower level yet?
If Synapse is listening at all, he is hearing.
We're getting close to it because the armory is one of the lower levels of the crux.
Yeah, if he's listening, he's hearing some really interesting things in Kelly's head.
Yeah. In fact, the two top floors of the basement area, so the first and second level of the basement area is the armory and storage. So Synapse can definitely tell.
Oh, hey, Kelly, I hear you. I hear. Oh, wait.
There you go. You're tilting your head there, Kelly. Did you hear something?
No, I'm definitely not talking to Synapse right now.
Oh, okay. I didn't think so.
No, not at all.
All right.
Once you find room 0, do not enter it. That is extremely important. Do not enter room 0.
Don't.
Just communicate with the rest of the team that you have found it. And that will end this assignment. Any questions?
So you said earlier, so I'm just clarifying, we are not to use any of our powers for this.
Well, I mean, if you can use your powers, but if the defense systems of the Crux decides that you are overusing that power, it will release the hallucinogenic gas.
Does it count gadgets as powers? Or is it just looking for super?
I tap my comm to contact Shatter.
What?
So about Defense System 492. Powers only or gadgets as well?
Well, it depends. Is it a magical device of some sorts? I mean, Tao can't take his staff anywhere.
Right?
I can't hear what they're saying, so I can't react to this.
I mean, well, it's dependent. There's the leniency of it, but you know, I mean, Tao can't use his staff anywhere in the building, so I have to assume maybe, but that's like from a god or something. I don't really understand his whole backstory, but yeah.
All right. Thanks.
You got to get back up here, man. The roast beef today is just insane.
You're killing me. You're killing me. All right. I'll talk to you later. As for the gadgets there, Kelly, if they have any type of power attributed to them other than just being a standard utility, you're running a risk.
All right. I'm not sure. Because up until a couple weeks ago, my moon boots and soccer boppers and everything in my fanny pack were just normal. I just won't use them. I'll just be safe and I won't use them.
It seems like it's all part of the exercise. I'm like, is this like one of those like wax on, wax off exercises where we're not like really supposed to know what we're learning from this, but there's like some greater truth to it, you know?
Isn't every lesson in life that way?
I don't know, like most of my pitching lessons were pretty straightforward. You know, throw the ball.
Any other questions?
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, where are we at? Are we at the bottom then?
Yes. Doors open, and you find yourself looking up at, but below, The reactor. On the exterior, one of the exterior walkways.
So we can actually see the reactor from there?
You can see the reactor.
All right. Behold the reactor.
Oh, shit.
That's
sorry.
That's the room you don't want to go into.
Oh, okay. I thought because we could see it that maybe we had accidentally stepped into the room already.
No. We just got off the elevator.
Good. Good.
I point them in the directions of the areas they can go to.
Okay. There would be signs set up.
All right. Is there like a starting signal or like a time limit or anything like that?
There is not a time limit except for end of day. Or if you release the hallucinogenic gas, then we've got to bring in a crew. We got to make sure that you're safe, that type of thing.
One more question.
Yes.
So you said it was like a labyrinth. Is it metaphorically like a labyrinth, like it's just confusing, or is it actually kind of laid out like a maze?
It is extremely confusing. It almost seems like you could be going one way, you return back, and it just seems different than when you were there the other time. It is a highly confusing area to walk through.
Does it move?
Not that I'm aware of.
All right. Okay. Ronald McDonald prepared me for this.
Good line. That took me a second, but that's a good line.
Are you ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You may begin.
All right. Do either of you two have ideas?
Shade, are you assisting?
Yeah, I think I should,
Okay.
but I want them to take the lead.
Okay.
I think we should all stick together. We have all day, so I don't know if we really gain anything by splitting up. I would like to get done like in time to like eat lunch though, because I'm pretty hungry.
Okay. Noted. Stick together, but still eat lunch. Chep?
I agree. Stick together. Eat lunch.
Wonderful. All right. You both were alive like 20 years ago, right? Yeah. Neither of you are 20. You're older than that, right?
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I was 9.
Do you remember that one time? I mean, it was really recent for me. It was like last week. Well, actually, last October. McDonald's, you could get videos that were like featuring the McDonald's characters.
Oh yeah, the animated ones.
Yeah. There was one that came out in October around Halloween where Ronald McDonald and his friends were telling scary stories and they got into like a maze in a house. It was my favorite one because it was just like kind of scary, but not super scary. Anyway, I'm getting off track. They said that the easiest way to navigate a maze and never truly get lost is to keep your left hand constantly touching the wall.
Okay.
So I propose, so that we don't get lost, we stick together and we keep our left hand on the wall.
Okay.
Okay.
And we check the doors for numbers.
Sounds good. Yep. Just gotta look for that skinny O.
Yep,
Skinny-o.
that. That. Oh, God. Alrighty. I'll put my left hand on the wall and I'll start walking.
All right. You're just walking. So let's roll perception.
That I am good at.
We have the D&D overlay from yesterday up.
No, we shouldn't.
I don't see it on mine.
Must just be me, I guess.
I have it
rolled an
changed
18.
Yeah, we changed the tabletop. 18.
I see it as well, but it's not from yesterday. It's from.
Weird.
I see Sunshine Hanover and Rainbow Hanover and.
Oh, I hope I changed that yesterday. I bet I didn't. Because I suck. 22, Chase?
Oh, no. I haven't rolled yet. I'm sorry. I was trying to find my stat. I got it now.
Okay.
28, actually.
28. And Chet? Shade, 23.
Uh, 28.
28. Great job. $15, nothing. Half an hour, nothing. An hour. Nope. Just steam rooms and broom closets. Reactor valve rooms. It actually takes you an hour and 15 minutes before you see another person. And it's a crew of 3 working some plumbing. Coolant for the reactor. They have big old headphones on, but one of them tips their hat at you and waves as you head on by, clearly at shade.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
You work down here, yeah?
Most of the time.
Do you know where room 0 is? We're looking for room 0.
There is no room 0. Numbers generally start at 1. I mean, if there is one, I haven't. Yeah, you guys know a room 0? Room 0. They all say no.
Where's room 1?
That's janitorial. It's Arnie's office. I don't know what it's actually supposed to be called. It's Arnie's office.
Direction?
Shit. Shade, what's the date?
Yeah, I tell him the date.
Left, right, right. There's probably a set of stairs.
All right, thank you.
No problem. Nice kid!
I flip around so my right hand's on the wall, but I'm facing shade. So I theoretically would be walking backwards if we still keep walking.
Uh-huh.
Where things are located is dependent on the date.
By the way, Chep and Chase, you would notice that maybe Nikki wasn't paying attention, but underneath their giant blue UN worker suits, the full, you zip yourself up for like a toddler from the knee. They were all zipped down a little bit because it's kind of humid down there. They were wearing Kevlar vests. Okay, go ahead, Kelly.
What was your question again, Kelly?
The room locations change depending on the date.
Room locations, room numbers, contents of the room. Those things move just to make sure that things are never in one place for too long. The safety feature.
job, bro.
That's weird as hell.
Yeah, they seem real big on safety down here.
Also, were you previously aware that there is no room 0? So was this just a giant like snipe hunt?
There's a room 0. Not everybody knows about it.
So you're telling me that the 3 of us know more than the janitors who work here? You just told us more than people who actually work for the Vanguard.
I'm telling you, not everybody knows about room 0. That's what I'm telling you.
That's pretty freaking cool. Anyway,
I've seen janitors wearing Kevlar vests before.
they were wearing Kevlar vests.
Yeah, man.
You know, when your floor is only a few floors above the pen, you got to be very, very careful.
I mean, that makes sense. That's logical. Anywho, before I knew that the rooms all shifted around,
I didn't say that the room shifted around. I said the contents of the room shift around.
yeah.
The room numbers shift around.
My initial thought is that if there's no technical room 0 that people know about, the way that buildings are typically numbered, they are numbered in a logical order. So room 0 would potentially be either before room 1 or located within room 1. So my
If the
thought,
room, that is, if the rooms are ordered in chronological order
yeah,
during that particular schedule.
yeah. So that's where my theory falls flat. But my thought was if we could find room 1, if it happened to be inside room 1, or like a secret tunnel in room 1.
Secret tunnel! Secret tunnel through the mountain. Secret, 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 secret tunnel. Continue with what you're talking about.
If it were happened to be like part of room 1, I would assume that it wouldn't move. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here.
Well, and he did mention Arnie. Arnie may be someone we can talk to.
Hey, who's Arnie?
Arnie is our head of maintenance.
I'm fine with going that direction.
All right. You follow the directions of left, right, then right. I'd like everyone to roll perception again. Takes you maybe another 5 minutes to walk this path.
11.
14. I'm getting kind of hungry.
You need to get a 20 at least.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Okay. You follow the directions completely, but you arrive at massive steel or titanium locked doors. Shade, you would be aware that this is the front entrance to the pen.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. I want you guys to make note of this door here. This is one we definitely don't want to go into. This is the entrance to the pen. So either we went the wrong way, or perhaps we weren't given the correct directions. Maybe they were unclear of where Arnie's office happens to be right now. So I suggest we go the other way.
Well, if the maintenance crew doesn't know where room 0 is, and they're just used to being out here, like, is there a chance that room 0's hidden in the pen?
I highly doubt room 0 would be hidden in the pen. And as I said before, we definitely do not want to go into the pen.
Gotcha. It's just like,
No, I'm glad you're asking questions.
So you start to head back the way you came. You see another maintenance worker putting up a sign, drilling into the wall. That has, and he's scribbling on it like whiteboard. Arnie's office to the right. This would be the
I
opposite.
think Arnie's office is to the right.
Mighty perceptive of you there, Chase.
Hey, Shade.
Arnie, how's it going?
That's not Arnie.
Oh, the guy putting up the sign.
The guy putting up the sign.
Okay, I thought maybe
He just
Arnie
is
was
kind of
walking
saying
out of
hi,
his office.
and then he finishes
Yep.
his job. You head down that way, and you find yourself in front of a very unremarkable wooden door with. It's one of those hollow wooden particle board doors, right?
It's the bathroom door you get from Menards.
Yeah, that. On the outside is hung a basic calendar of availability, office hours, written in Sharpie and different inked pens.
Does Arnie happen to be in looking at the calendar?
Yes, current office hours.
All right. I go ahead and knock on the door.
Yeah, come on in.
I walk in. Arnie,
Hey,
how you doing?
how you doing, Shade?
I'm doing all right. Hey, we're nice. Now, don't pity me, but we're kind of on a quest here. We're trying to locate room 0. Any ideas?
He kind of glances at the group of people with you. The hell are you looking for 0 for?
It's kind of important that we locate it.
I mean, I'm aware.
We're on a training exercise.
Yeah. Training exercise. Training exercise.
Hi, Arnie. I'm Chase.
I don't care.
Okay.
You all look very nice, by the way, in your get-ups. Yours needs brought in a bit. Chap.
Referring to Chep.
Yeah. He said your uniform needs brought in a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm gonna grow into it.
Yeah, you full grown.
Oh, I think I can bulk up a little bit more. Get these muscles really going.
Oh, I appreciate that
Arnie,
thought.
Arnie, I know it's kind of odd bringing in the new recruits on this.
A little bit odd.
I know.
I assume you're talking about the maintenance report.
Yes.
I had somebody write that up for me. We ain't seen it in some time. Actually send a little party into the reactor. Go looking for it.
Into the reactor.
Yeah. They ain't found it neither.
Hmm.
Troubling. Real troubling, Shade.
Oh, I agree with you there. That's interesting.
If you got a way to do it a little quicker, I could talk to he winks very obviously, building supervisor about letting that happen.
Right. But interesting enough, it was within the maintenance logs that I noticed that it was missing.
I know. I had it written. I went down there to go do basic maintenance. And there's not much left to do. It's mostly
Right.
taken care of. But I like to mop the floors. Keep it nice.
But yeah, definitely. That's one way we could handle that.
You all see a red light on his desk start to whirl behind him.
Is that like something that needs your attention?
Oh, there's lots of red lights. They're all spinning all the time. Could be anything. Could be... Not that red light! My God! Oh, God, no! Oh, God, no! Oh, we're all gonna die! We're all gonna die! You children are gonna die! Everybody sacrifice your lives for this child here! Pointing at Kelly. None of you are important! You've lived your lives!
I'm technically 35.
Wow, you look great! And bad all at the same time.
Slow down there, Super Chief. What's going on?
Pen doors opening illegally.
Panwada?
Got a prison break.
Okay.
And we're right by those doors. Cool.
A thought just occurred to me right now that the pen is located on the floor that sprays out hallucinogenic gas if people within the Vanguard use too much of their superpowers. Does it also spray out the hallucinogenic gas if supers are escaping?
Hallucinogenic what? Oh, that is currently, Acting Hallwaller. He's lying to you. I don't know what to tell you. Alright. Here's what you gotta do. Shade, you get your ass down there. I'll protect this tiny child that's 35 years old. Don't worry, I've got a mop.
Probably stronger than you.
How dare you? Arnie hits the gym every day.
All right.
Fine, big in your britches. Get out there.
Well, team, I think maybe we're going to be tested a little bit. Let's go ahead and see what's going on down there.
Arnie goes with you. He
But
takes
if any
out...
of these guys are out, we're talking probably stronger than you can handle.
Oh, we'll do our best, Chief.
Arnie takes out a walkie-talkie style radio. Who's out? What's going on? How bad is it? I ain't getting anything back.
Nobody's responding?
Nobody's responded.
That's not good.
That's not good.
I go ahead and call Shatter on my phone, on my comm.
Shh, no response.
I think really hard to Synapse.
Thank you. That was the next thing I was going to do was reach out to Synapse.
No response.
Synapse isn't responding.
I would think for a moment as we're walking out. Nah, I'd run back into the office. Does he have a stapler or anything on his desk?
Well, of course.
I grab something that can be thrown.
Okay.
That is metal.
Okay. There's
now
a
I'm
bag
just
of plumbing tools nearby.
Ooh.
If you can dodge a wrench.
You can dodge a ball.
That is
Dodge a
Patrick's
wrench, you can
favorite
cheat
movie.
death.
I don't know how they got those shots of just the visceral wrench flying into.
They had to have been rubber wrenches.
Yeah, but it's so
Still,
believable in the consistency at which it just bounces off of Justin Long's forehead.
Yeah.
They were talking about it in like the special features that I watched because I love that movie almost as much as Patrick does. About how much like mental training it took them to get those shots of them getting hit in the face without like wincing before the ball hits, like the actual like appearance of getting hit unsuspecting.
Yeah. Those are the dodgeballs with the razor blades on the outside. We all remember those. I mean, not really razor.
Dodgeball.
Huh?
Ain't no fairy tale.
Laura is totally tuned out. As soon as we started bringing up dodgeball, she was gone. Okay.
I have to drink my own urine? No, but I do because it's sterile and I like the taste. All right, so
The doors are open. When you round that corner, you can see down there, and you can see that the doors are open. There's a dead maintenance person on the floor.
Oh, shit. That's a dead body. Like a real-life dead body, not an in the simulation dead body. All
Oh,
right.
God.
You piece of shit, collect yourself.
yeah, I'm going to tell you guys right now, this is not a simulation.
Is that Kyle? Is that Kyle? Oh, it's Kevin. I don't give a fuck.
Wow.
Fuck Kevin.
Wow.
I can't fucking keep a straight face through this.
This is how all of my NPCs are going to be, by the way. All of them. Every last one.
Well,
Kevin wasn't a fan of yours, huh?
He owed me $100. Then he bought new shoes. Fuck Kevin.
All right, looking for any guards. You said the maintenance person is down. He's dead.
Walking up, roll perception. The pen doors are open.
23.
20.
You can
24.
see... Yeah, the main door. $23, $21, $24. Jeez, you guys are consistent. You can all... Arnie's like lagging a little bit behind. The door's open. Shade. You can see one of the pods they're in. There's... The way it's set up, and this wouldn't be a knowledge for everybody else, but Shade would know this. They're set up in mechanical pods, right? Where there's cells all facing a circular area, and the circular area has everything they need. It's interchangeable in the middle. It could be an exercise room, it could be for mental health, it could be whatever purpose they need in the middle, right? And the pods are interchangeable to the front door, or sometimes the front door takes you to administration for the pen, dependent on what's been placed up at the time.
Right.
But one of these pods is placed in front right now. You see a handful of bodies on the floor. 2 guards and what looks like 1 prisoner. Pretty mangled. You hear crunching around the corner. Chewing sounds.
May I roll history comic lore based on the description of what is happening to see if I know who's out?
Yes, you're going to have to roll very high because it's a younger person.
21.
Nice.
Not quite good enough. Sorry.
That's all right. That's all right.
This person was, think of Bane and Batman. Burned out, started real bright and burned out quick. You know what I mean? However, you see the person when you look around the corner, Shade, and you know them. Also, it's not the fucking art. I just took art for it. Deal with it.
I come around the corner. I see this. I know this. Who is this?
I will send it to you in a second. Corbin. Why is that? What is happening there? What the hell? Why is that? Okay, there's shit. Move it to, that was weird. Okay. You have the information I have sent to you in DM. Name at the top. This is Kane.
All right.
Hey, boss man. That's not one of the guards, is it?
What's that?
That's not one of the. I'm assuming that's not one of the guards.
What do you think? It is definitely not one of the guards. Team, get ready. Because this is one of the biggest badasses down here.
I grab a wrench.
I go ahead and approach.
I roll up my sleeves.
He's currently crunching on a guard. Way dead. The guard is way dead.
I go ahead and approach. So, Kane, how did you manage this?
Who the fuck are you?
Doesn't matter who I am.
Oh, wait. I know you. Shadow or, help me out. One of yous, help me out. Help me out or I'll eat your fucking arm.
Shade.
Well, I think his name is Darkness, or it's something to do with the sun and like a branch, and like you're underneath the branch. What's that called, guys? Where you're in the
Shade. Yeah. Old burnout, right?
Kane,
Oh, no,
I need you to
it's-
step back into your cell.
Hey. They said it was, it was activity time. Not my fault they didn't lock themselves in their little cages. Also, I see, we got moved to the front. What's up with that? Vanguard. See that door open behind you? He throws the body off to the side. I'm thinking I need some fresh air as he starts to stretch.
You will not.
Plenty of time to stretch. And Shade said, "Step back in your cell."
You will not set 1 foot past that door.
What's happening here? He points around. You have a child, a baseball player, and somebody on a weight loss trip. What's going on with that?
Oh no, I mean, I'm growing into my clothes. You see, actually, I think these clothes would fit you quite well. You got the big arms and everything. I think these would actually fit you. Do you want to try this shirt on?
Sure.
Okay, but if I give you the shirt, you gotta go back in your cell.
As he says sure,
Who's joins him.
He picks you up.
Me?
Well, let's see if he does. He goes for it anyway.
Okay.
So that's going to be...
I'm going to use enhanced dodge.
Okay.
Figure out how the fuck to use that.
Figure out how to fuck do that shit. Well, you have to beat a 26.
All right. How the fuck do I use? Please say that I just add 11 to my dodge roll.
I don't think it's that simple.
The difference isn't mostly.
And how many ranks do you have in that?
11.
You have 11 in.
Enhanced dodge?
Well, you parry.
Oh,
Parry is what you're using. This is close range.
Oh, there's parry?
Yeah.
All right, I have 15 on parry.
Sorry.
I mean, I also have enhanced parry.
You have enhanced parry as well, yeah.
Yeah.
So, 15 sounds like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the enhanced does.
Well, I'm trying.
It's got to be in the core handbook, so just go ahead and enhanced parry. There we go.
Deflect cannot take the deflect. Text.
Using enhanced
You can temporarily improve when your existing trait's chosen one. While it's in effect, you actively increase the rank trait by its rank.
Okay, so yeah,
Oh.
you add 11.
I had 11. 26.
Do you need to exhaust yourself? Do you need to use extra effort to do that? I'm assuming you do.
Action free, personal, duration sustain. Extra effort.
Yeah, it costs extra effort. Okay.
Okay.
So, how extra effort works, let's go over it real quick. Extra effort is you have used an extra effort. At the start of the turn, immediately after using extra effort, the hero becomes fatigued. A fatigued hero uses extra effort. So basically, you have 3 versions of extra effort that you can do throughout the course until you get like a decent amount of time in which you're not using it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yes, you are fatigued. If you use it. Fatigue means that'll be in here. Motherfucker, where is that? Fatigued. Move at half normal speed and and you recover it after 30 minutes rest. So you're going to move at -1 speed rank until you're able to get 30 minutes of rest. Okay? Yeah.
Which for you shouldn't really affect you.
Shouldn't be too much of a problem.
No. However, if you use it 3 times, you just knock yourself clean out.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, what is your dodge then?
26.
26.
So tied.
And he rolled. So Ty goes to the one who rolls.
Jesus Christ.
Ouch. Right.
Sorry. I don't make the rules. I just here to enforce them. So that hits. So go ahead and roll your resistance. That is toughness plus D20.
8.
Okay. Versus an 18, so that's 2 points as he grabs you and squeezes.
You rolled a 3, Corbin?
Yeah.
He grabs you and squeezes, so you are now at, with 2 degrees, you are at dazed, okay?
Dazed and fatigued.
Dazed and fatigued.
Probably a little confused, too.
Let me just figure out how to take this costume off and I'll put it on. Would everyone like to roll initiative?
Why,
Yeah.
yes.
Seems
Sure.
reasonable.
$29.
13.
20.
And so the newbies get a better initiative than I do.
You got a
That isn't always bad.
you got a trick Neeb, dude.
That's true.
We're younger. We have faster reflexes.
Okay. Corbin? Well, I need to roll for him, actually. Wait a second. Well, he is very slow. All right.
Really? I don't find that. Because I'm a speedster who uses an enhanced ability to try and dodge him, and it's like, nope.
Well, he's real good at attacking, so there's that. Chep.
He attack.
I'm a fast attack him right in the nutsack.
Gotcha. right in his crock of eggs.
Is fast attack a multi-attack then?
I can. Yeah. So fast attack, strength-based multi-attack, and selected damage on 5 damage. Oh yeah, that's so. Since I'm being selective, I can do 5 damage. All right.
Okay. You're going for the old twig and berries?
Yep.
Okay. Bicycle kick at 1,000 RPM.
19.
19. Versus his parry. We'll get a slight modifier for currently holding you, but where the fuck? Oh, it's over. I'm an idiot. Parry plus 10. Is that 20?
I miss.
Okay. We've been doing that wrong, by the way, all night. And I was just reminded of the rule.
What?
So it's you add plus 10 to your dodge and parry as a natural part of the game.
Right.
Oh.
Instead of rolling for it.
Instead of rolling for it, you add plus 10 to your dodge and parry.
Okay.
I was just reminded by the stat block that actually somebody did a good job on some stat blocks I found. They're actually doing a lot of math for me. So, would you have gotten hit earlier?
So would I have added 10 plus 15 plus 11?
On your parry? Yeah.
On enhanced parry?
On your enhanced parry, you would have the 11 as well.
So no, I would not have gotten hit because it would have been 36.
So, I'm going to say you're not damaged, however he is holding you, okay?
Okay.
So that we don't step it back entirely, okay? You're not damaged.
But I missed my attack.
You miss your attack. Okay.
Damn.
That is Um.
And I just add damage to the attack roll, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Then it is Chase's turn.
I'm throwing the wrench at his noggin.
Do it.
Is that an aim?
Is what a name?
Is that an aim?
It's throwing.
Are you aiming to specifically hit his head? Is what he's asking.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, sure.
I
What
don't
do
know.
I reduce for that?
Well, that's what I'm checking in to see if
I think it's just -2.
actions. Aim. If you aim, it takes a turn. Taking a standard aim, line up an attack. You get a bonus to hit when you make the attack if you're making a close attack or ranged attack.
So either
If
you
it
take
takes
the turn.
additional action to aim, then I will use extra effort to take that additional action.
Okay.
Yeah, it says once you aim, your next action
I've already declared it.
must be to make the attack.
There you go. Extra effort. Use an extra effort. You aim at his head. You throw it.
30.
Fastball special. Well, that hits.
Nice.
So your damage on that is what?
The damage.
It's versus a 12.
Versus a 12. Okay, well then my damage would be
15 plus whatever your power for throwing is. So it's going to be strength plus if you have bonus shit. It's probably just plus strength, honestly.
I have throwing mastery 12.
So you add 12
that.
so 12 is factored into that, so it's plus 12. So 27 is what your damage is on that. Okay?
Yep.
Make a note for future effort. Yes, versus a 12, 27, that is 15. You clunk him.
That should put him at staggered.
Yeah. He drops Chet because you crush him in the chest as he is basically hurled backwards into one of the cages, into one of the.
I had an aimed shot at his head.
Yeah. Hurled backwards into the. Well, he'd be laid flat basically. Oh. Okay. Kelly.
You gonna get back in your cell now?
Okay, I have a point of order question.
Yeah.
So he is now laying down.
Yeah, he's thrown prone.
Does prone have any conditions around like resistance?
On the ground, -5 circumstance penalty to close attack checks.
Okay.
So it's +5 if you get up in his face, and -5 if you ranged. Now that he's laying down.
Okay. Because what I now that he is down and prone, what I instinctively want to do is try and grapple him with my yo-yo.
That would be ranged, so it would be at -5.
What if I walked up and just started tying his feet with my yo-yo?
Yes. There would be no damage attached to it, but you would be capable of doing that with an attack check.
Yeah.
We'll call it the same as a grab.
Yeah, there's no damage to my grapple anyway, so I'm ideally, because I have improved grab as well. That is part of my grapple.
Okay.
So I am not vulnerable while grabbing. So I have to make an attack check, and then if I succeed, it's their resistance versus what I am assuming is it says ranks, my yo-yo's ranks, but do I add my ability score to that too? Or is it just the simple ranks?
For your damage?
No, it's his resistance to being grappled is the resistance versus the... It would be your attack. It would be D20 attack bonus plus any modifiers from your weapon versus his defense, which is going to be parry plus 10. Okay.
So parry, yeah. But you'll have plus 5 on top of it as well.
Oh, plus 5. So that's
right.
a 36.
36. So yes, you beat him on that. You're able to tie up his feet with your yo-yo.
Okay. The instructions for improved grab are weird, and I'll talk to you about them after.
They are, because I've got it as well as a...
There are multiple checks that are supposed to happen with grabbing.
Mm-hmm.
Because it basically says, first you make an attack check.
Yeah.
If I succeed on that attack check, which I just did,
mm-hmm.
then it's his resistance versus my yo-yo rank, which I don't understand why there are 2 checks.
To see if he breaks out right away. Like the suit, wrap a rope around Superman's arms. Yeah, you pull it off, but you know what I mean. He just snaps it.
Yeah, the nice thing about improved grab, it doesn't take both hands. It leaves one hand free, so you can still do another action.
I also, as a point of order, have improved hold, so it is a -5 penalty to escape my holds.
Okay, so that's what that's going to be. So he has to beat 20 on his resistance, basically. No, he has to beat 15 because it's non-damaging, so it's plus 10.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 5 for improved hold, plus whatever the damage rank on your yo-yo is.
8.
8. So 23. He has to beat 23 on his resistance check to actually break out of it. Okay?
Okay.
It's not even, he rolled a 6. It's not even close.
Okay. So he is effectively grappled by the feet. He won't be able to really get back up.
I'm counting him immobile. Shade.
You're saying that he's immobile now?
He's currently immobile and prone.
Good, because I want to walk up and punch him in the face.
Shade's going to do some cool Batman flip. Yeah.
No, I just take my time, approach him. Let's see, that's close, armed with my power knuckles.
Yep.
Welcome to Earth.
A 22 add-on.
You add 22?
24, actually.
You add 24 to hit on
my armed. Yeah. 12,
okay.
Yeah, it's 12 plus a miscellaneous 1, 13, plus my, yep, it's a 24 bonus.
Jesus, 44 to hit. Yep, well, you hit him.
Is that crit?
It is a crit.
Oh, okay. So, roll resistance. This could knock him unconscious. Basically, you're going to get to dictate if you beat his. So that's a crit. No, that's an actual crit. You get to dictate what happens here.
Right, and it was those 3 things, and I can't remember. I should keep that somewhere.
Critical hits.
I'm hoping it was on that cheat sheet. Why don't they?
It is. It's on the GM cheat sheet. The critical hit increases the difficulty of the resist by 5, or attack is effective, but its rank is 0, so resistance DC is the base value. Or alternate effect. You can add an effect to it. I think alternate
effect.
Say
what effect though?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, do we do damage? And then the effect?
Sure. That is his toughness. That's 15 resistance.
My damage is 22.
So that's at least incapacitated.
I think that's
well, no, that's
about,
at least that's one. That's a hit minus. So he's at 3. That's it's staggering him again unless you add a secondary effect.
And that's my question: is what are the secondary effects?
So he's at least -5 resistance right now. The secondary effect, see extra effort in the basics chapter, except the character suffers no fatigue as a result. The option is can represent extra effort. So it counts as an extra effort. So it'd be like I'm just gonna. This is too complicated. Yeah, he's unconscious. Congratulations, you've done it.
Yeah, we gotta look that up.
That is too complicated.
Have it readily available.
Wow, one round. Really, just one round. So he's unconscious.
All right, let's get him bound up and put into his cell.
It's pretty obvious which cell's his. Not only is his name on the outside, Harry Kane, by the way. But also the extra large nature of the cell kind of dictates.
Yep. On it, Chief. Good punch.
At this point... go ahead.
I'm picking him up to put him back in his cell.
Arnie comes running back with a handful of UN guards would be the best way to say it, like SWAT style guys. Damn, you didn't save any for me?
Nope. I think my little squad here did a fine job in dealing with Kane. I was actually pleasantly surprised. I thought didn't think he was going to go down as easily as he did.
Oh, you're going to make me blush, Chief. Thud.
Oh, I'm going to clean the blood and viscera off to all this stuff, aren't I? Ugh. Well, better go get him up. And he starts wandering off.
So this was the place that I didn't want us to be able to come into, and you guys did a fine job. But with all this going on, and I'm sure I'm going to have to talk to Shatter about some things here, but we still have to locate that room. As you can see, we never run out of things to do.
But no, you're absolutely right there, Shade. Gotta keep eyes on the task at hand. Oh shit! A whole lot of people died.
Yeah, this is not good. This is definitely not good.
Shade.
Yeah.
Everyone can hear Shatter. You guys coming through? What? Hello. Testing.
Yeah,
testing.
Shatter,
what the? Where the hell have you been?
We've been walking around down to the basement here. We're trying to do what we talked about last night, and
been trying to get a hold of you for like 20 minutes or something.
Right. For some reason, comms were not working at all. We tried contacting you. We tried contacting.
Well, there's been a. Tao just messaged me. There's been a theft on the loading docks.
You just go look at it.
No, it's fine. I just was.
What was taken? Do we know?
Oh, bunch of digital crap, TVs, cable boxes. I don't know, stuff like that.
Well, I assume you've heard what happened down here.
No, I haven't gotten anything out of the base maintenance in since I tried to contact you.
The pen was opened up. Kane got
What?
out. Kane got out, several dead.
Oh,
I'm not sure why he didn't just make a run for it right away. The main door was wide open.
okay.
How could something like that happen?
I don't know. I'll look into it. I'm on it.
Maybe once Kane's conscious, we can get some information from him as well.
Sure. With 15 feet of space and a shot collar.
Yeah, I wish you could have seen what happened down here, though.
Is it bad?
These guys surprised me a little bit. I think we got a good crew.
Is the baseball guy dead?
No, I know that the bets were leaning towards him, but
Fuck.
he's still alive.
Okay. Kelly's holding her hand up. Shade.
Miss Kapowski, you don't have to raise your hand all the time. You can just say what's on your mind.
I didn't want to interrupt your conversation with Shada. Hi, Shada.
Hey, sweetheart, you okay?
Oh yeah, I'm fine. You
Okay.
didn't touch me. Shade, you bring up a really interesting point of if the main door was open, why didn't Kane run? And why did all of this happen at the exact same time? Comms went down right when Kane got out. There was a theft. Do you think Kane was maybe a distraction and we should, or not we, because I'm not part of this, but you all should do a full sweep of the building to make sure nothing else went down?
Two things. One, you are a part of it, Kelly. Two, that is a good fucking idea. I'm going to get Cal, go from top down. You guys want to go bottom up?
We're already down here, so might as well.
Also, it should be noted that Synapse was also not responding during the entire comms being down, which I don't know how his stuff works, but I would think that mental connection wouldn't necessarily go down unless something else was happening. Just tossing that out there.
That depends. What's the date?
Same date that I gave the.
You might have been out of range. He can only go about 2 floors. It seems like it's about 100 yards in any direction.
Oh.
And the ceilings get real tall down there.
All right, well, we'll work our way up. Hopefully comms will still continue to work, but that really concerned me when we weren't able to contact you.
Yeah. We're good now. I'll check.
All right.
All right, I'm out.
Well, I guess we got our marching orders, guys. We're gonna work our way back up, floor to floor. See if we find anything, notice anything out of the ordinary. The job we were doing this morning is a little less important, but if you happen to see room 0, that would be a bonus.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out, Shade. So it sounds like you guys don't think that Kane there was really orchestrated all this. I get it. It's like Not.
Kane may be strong. Kane may be durable. Kane may be able to rip a man apart. But he's not an intelligent man. Not an intelligent creature in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, most people kind of think that about really big guys.
Well, in this case, it's true. He was not the mastermind behind this happening. He could have overpowered a guard. That I don't doubt. But able to get past these defenses and open the door, he would have just headed out.
Yeah, makes sense, Chief.
So we're basically looking for anything out of the ordinary. The people who came in, I direct a question to them of if any other inmates appear to be missing.
We'll do a full head count, but right now there's no other alarms from any other pods, sir.
Okay. Contact me immediately.
Absolutely.
With the head count, regardless if someone's missing or not. I want to know if everybody's accounted for.
We'll have to run everything by Proctor, but yeah.
All right.
Proctor is the head of the pen. Okay. So, you'll head back out.
All right, let's begin the sweep. Like I said, just look for anything out of the ordinary. I know that you guys haven't been down here before. You don't necessarily know what is out of the ordinary, but something just feels weird. If you have a strange feeling about something, don't be shy about letting me know.
Got it. Trust the gut. Yeah.
Okay. With that, we're going to end for the evening.
Woohoo!
Thank you very much for watching. This was great. You guys did a great job. We'll be back on Sunday with A Distant Star. Tuesday, hopefully, with R&D. I know we missed this week, but it was just a bunch of circumstance. Wednesday, Crosden, and we'll be back next Thursday. More Mutants and Masterminds. Where these masterminds, and mostly mutants, are going to be continuing the hero business.
Business.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Got it, everybody.